Johnson Controls is just a lot of fun to work for because we've got 125 years of doing this. And we try to nail down and kind of summarize what does Johnson Controls do. We really think about buildings across their whole life cycle. What is it that you have to do to design, build, operate, and retrofit buildings to have them perform better throughout their life? And there's a whole series of trade-offs that you have to get in there. And just taking from what Dan said, there's a lot of collaboration in that process. One of the things we've learned, though, in that process is that 90% of a building's operational and utility costs are set before you even open the buildings day one. And 90% of the construction costs are set before you even break ground. And that's what Johnson Controls has really done to align its businesses in those big blocks under the bottom, is to really understand what are those trade-offs and how do you help make this building community operate better and smarter so that you get a better building that serves its occupants' purposes. And so when we think about those businesses, the answer is we got a lot of big ones because we've really tried to help and pull out what are those key issues, anyway from working with the contracting community in our systems business to helping the operators with our truck-based service business. We're required by law to put in the Empire State Building picture under our energy solutions business, help them reduce their energy footprint by 38%. Our global workplace business works with large corporations all over the world to help them reduce the total cost of their real estate, both in the real estate costs themselves as well as the operational footprint. And then the industrial refrigeration business, as opposed to making it 72 degrees in this room, we make it minus 40 in Brazil so you can ship hamburger patties. One of the things then that we're going to talk to you today, because the question is what are buildings going to look like in 10 years, is where is it? Where can we learn from? What are the other ideas? And Johnson Controls is blessed by operating in over 150 countries around the world, 500 offices, and so we get to beg, borrow, and steal from literally all around the world of what are things that people are doing that are innovating that will help light the way and set some guideposts for what can buildings look like and what should they be doing. So we had a little bit of an experiment that we did 10 years ago. And we had a spot right on the corner of Jackson and Michigan where we had the chance to build a building from the ground up. And in that building, it's now integrated into the whole downtown campus, we were able to pull in some of the latest technologies to really make that building perform. And what we got was one of the first buildings that was credited with the LEED rating system. We were in the first class of 26 buildings. And we learned a lot in that building of what do you need to do to make that building work for its occupants. But it wasn't just a science experiment because it had to deliver. So where's Frank Falsetti? Frank, can you wave? Frank helped us with our most recent science experiment. It's our Glendale headquarters, and we just finished construction on that last year,